something at that point.
Yeah.
Over here.
Hi, I just have a question and a comment. I thought this was an absolutely fantastic documentary.
Thank you.
I thought it was really sad. I was actually sad to listen to the documentary. I wasn't really angry at him. And I studied public relations and art history, so this was really interesting to see. But I wanted to know, how long did it take you to research and put together everything that you found? Because you had to get back, to his childhood, and I think a lot of it has to do with his poor upbringing and how he was so fascinated by money.
Questions about research time and how long? You mean the whole project and everything from the? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't know anything about him to begin with, so I was kind of starting from zero, and the entire film took about 3 years. Working on 3.5 now, because there's actually a new cut of this. It's the same movie, though, don't worry. There's just little minor things that we had to change for licensing reasons. But it's we were researching as we went along. And the family stuff we didn't really get into until late in the process, because there was a point at the beginning when we were making the film where we didn't really want to go into his past. We didn't even necessarily know if we wanted to go back to the 80s, because we wanted it mostly to be about him now, but of course we had to tell his backstory in order to get to this point. But we did, we had to do a lot of research, but we never really looked at it as like, this is going to be like a PBS style, biopic where we've got to get every inch of research done. But at the same time, he's got everything in his studio. He saves everything, and everything has been recorded, and everything is on various unmarked VHS tapes, which is infuriating. And game show footage, and tons of people want to talk about him, and his family members and such. Unfortunately, his parents died before we could get to interview them. But a lot of the people close to him were willing to talk to us about him a lot, and we had to sift through a lot, though. Yeah.
I was actually most shocked by that studio manager interview, who seemed to be like this woman who'd known him for a long, I guess, childhood friend, who just didn't. Yeah. She knew the game. She seemed like she really knew the game.
Yeah, he was most upset about her. He was very upset about her and Barrett Jones, who was his best friend, who passed away while this was being made.
Which guy was Barrett Jones?
Barrett was the guy that said that he's one of the meanest people you've ever met at the very beginning. Yeah, the baseball hat. Okay. But yeah, Heidi, the studio manager, it's an interesting story. That's a whole other movie. She's actually married to Kostavi's brother, who
Alan. The guy Alan.
Yeah, he's not. This brother's not in the movie. This is a different brother.
Okay.
Strangely, though, the brother actually was one of also the other studio manager while we were making the film, and he ran the studio, but he didn't want to be in the movie. And it's not because he's shy, because he's also a musician who used to play with Rob Zombie and Joey Ramone, but he didn't want to be in this film in particular, in a violent way, and even in a level where literally we avoided shooting him. And one day I accidentally shot his feet, and he grabbed my camera and smashed it on the wall and said, "I don't want to be in this movie." So he was very supportive otherwise, but it's interesting, it's like, I don't know if it's just the self-aggrandizing thing that his brother has going on or what, but she and Paul, that's the other brother, are very straight with him and lay things on the line in a very why are you so shallow? Why do you have a makeup artist for your TV show? Why are you like that? So they throw it back at him a lot, and it's intense, but I guess what family isn't, I suppose.
Not everyone has the Kostabi in the family.
Yeah.
Any other questions out there that we can answer? One more from the gentleman out there.
Personally, do you think Kostabi is an artist or an important artist?
Yeah, I mean, he's an artist. I mean, yeah, sure, he's an artist. I don't whether he's important or not is all subjective. I think art is subjective, and that's part of the point of why I wanted to make the film as well. Just the notion that, if somebody compares their love for a painting to their love of their wife, good for him. Maybe not good for his wife. I don't know. But it's it's subjective. So yeah, I mean, he's an artist. He's a certain kind of artist, I suppose. He's his own kind of artist. And I mean, as much as there are certain things that he does that I don't really like, I definitely think that he has something to say. He has staying power, which counts for something as well. And he represents a lot of what's both negative and positive in that world as an artist, I think.
Down here.